Hey, my bad. I'm more started. It's gonna be a quick live. It's not. This is not intended to be longer than the video. But I do want to say, support this brother. He's an attorney, black man. He just started this channel, 3.4 subscribers and growing. Listen, man, take my advice. Like, just like Akeisha attorney Shabazz, how she started off small and then she got popular and Sonetta. Like, you wanna meet these people when they're small, when their accounts are small, because they're going to grow. Because everybody would love, free legal tips and advice. So catch them while they're small now and ask your questions. He does respond. I commented on one of his videos and he responded. So when they're small, they respond. Do not wait until they become like the lead attorney. And then, now it's 2,000 comments in the comment section. These are important people in Black society, attorneys, scientists. So we should really respect them. And whether we watch a video from them or not, we should give them our support because we need to support Black excellence. Like Supply got 700,000 subscribers. He's a high school dropout with no education. He's a scammer. But you got guys like this brother and some sisters out there that go to school and actually, represent Black excellence to the fullest. So the least we can do is press the subscribe button. You dig? But most importantly, we're talking about Black scientists and attorneys. Like, who can't benefit from watching their stuff? That's just crazy. So, and even if like you got the Hebrew Israelite brother, the ex-officer who does videos on your constitutional rights, that's another brother that people should be subscribed to, because he's not teaching you like Hebrew Israelism. He's actually going over your constitutional rights when you confront it with a police officer. So, like, this is Black excellence again, and we just want to listen to young Pharaoh and people like that, which is goofy, man. So anyway, he's doing reaction videos of trending topics, which is great. Like, we always want a lawyer's perspective. And I wish I would have known about him before Brother Polite got locked up, because I would have definitely put him on to Brother Polite. And like, he's an attorney, so he knows what he can say and what he can't say, right? More better than us. So he would have tread lightly, I know, speaking on Brother Polite and his alleged scams. But unfortunately, scams are targeting the Black community because we don't represent Black excellence. Like, we don't support it. So therefore, we don't hear their voices. We don't hear the warning signs. We don't respect Black excellence. So they just focus on their career. Like, ah, screw you. Let me just focus on paid clients. Screw, reaching out to my people. So I hate to say the word we coming to Black folks, because I don't believe I'm part of Black people anymore. Like, because Black people are just all over the place. So when I say we, it's really my circle. It's not all of Black people. It's not even FBA people. It's just my immediate circle. Whether you're on YouTube or in real life, that's still my circle. But when I say we, it's hardly ever Black people in totality. I don't care about Black people in society, because some of y'all just no good and terrible. And I don't want to be around none of y'all that I believe is terrible. Okay, so, but again, brothers like this, we should be supporting his channel. He's giving free game. He's giving his expertise on matters that affect the Black community. But we'd rather listen to young Pharaoh telling you about how melanin is on the periodic element chart. Okay, which is crazy. Okay, anyway, let me touch on some of the video. Let me clear this right here. Okay, so let's get the video going and let's see an attorney's reaction. I don't know the brother's name, because like I said, I just came across on his last video. He touched on Cesar, right? When I think his reaction was when the I team got hit to Cesar and his alleged business partner DJ Envy, and that's how I got wind of this brother. And I reached out to him. I said, brother, I'm gonna try my best to like direct Black folks. Not I ain't say Black people. I said I'm gonna try my best to direct people towards your channel. Like, you're a lawyer. Like, that's just 100% win for anybody who subscribes to you. You got the lead attorney who he's a divorce attorney. He gives great free advice on that. And you're a fool if you haven't watched his channel or somebody like him. Because there are also good white attorneys that do the same thing. Okay. You have the criminal lawyer, right? White guy. I'm trying to think of his name. He another cool one that does, reactions like this. The YNW Melly case, things like that. He's pretty good, dude. Too. He's a white guy. Pretty good. Good game, good information, and I just feel like it's a win. But I'm different than y'all. What entertains me is like information, correct information that's applicable. What entertains some of y'all, you can't use in real life. You can't apply it. So that's why I say I'm a little different than the average person in America, and definitely the average Black person in America. I realize that. I know it. I know for a fact I'm different than the average Black person as far as thinking. Okay, this is why things like videos like this attract me. This is great advice, it's great tips, it's great information, but it's also, to me, entertaining. So it's nothing better than something that's supposed to be boring, but you look at it as fun. Like when I was doing the whole stock Forex paper trading, and I was trying to learn that, it was fun. Like it wasn't like boring. It wasn't like I'm forcing myself. I was waking up 2, 3 in the morning, geeked to go do it. So there's nothing better than somebody that's geeked about an interest into something that's supposed to be boring. So it means that, of course, I'm gonna learn quicker than the average person when they get into it. Chess is another thing that seems boring, but yeah. So Black excellence. If you are a fan of that, you support that. There's brothers like him and sisters like him online. Like I said, Akeisha, Attorney Shabazz, she's another one who was pointing out and helping out, I think, pro bono people on Brother Polite scamming ways. But she didn't get enough support, like nowhere near the support that Polite gets. She getting like 2,000 views for a video that's saving Black people from a scammer. Meanwhile, Polite is getting like 100,000, 300,000 views for his scamming video. But that just lets you know that we are a long way from where we think we are. Stop comparing yourself to white folks. You're not on their level right now, collectively. You're not on the level of nobody in this country. Just very small, tiny minorities, maybe. But we're not on the level of nobody, especially academically. We got to stop. But we're growing because brothers like this is out there. And you got Dr. Funk, the PhD scientist, who's out there representing Black excellence. So we're definitely growing. We're just so far behind. You dig? Everybody else is first and one, first and goal on the 1 yard line, trying to score a touchdown. Meanwhile, we are on our own goal line, and it's 4th and 1. You dig? So anyway, let's get into it. So you can hear the brother out for yourself.
Let's walk through how he allegedly went about defrauding dozens of people out of millions of dollars. It was as slimy.
Again, he's speaking on Cesar Pena arrest. This is DJ Envy's alleged business partner, but DJ Envy did invite Cesar Pena on the Breakfast Club about 3 times to promote his alleged real estate Ponzi scheme. Okay, whether DJ Envy knew it was a Ponzi scheme or not, that's in question. That's for the FEDS to work out. It's not for me to speculate. That's for the FEDS to figure out. So this is no longer speculation. The FEDS is going to sort it out. And if they don't charge DJ Envy or arrest him, then that's it. He's cleared, and you won't hear me tying him to it. Because, the FEDS will say he's cleared. Then if the FEDS say he's clear, he's clear. To me, he's clear. If the FEDS say he's got dirt on him, then that's it. So I go with the authority. I go with the experts all the time.
As it gets. So the federal prosecutors have over a 95% conviction rate. I truly think it's 99%, to be honest. So when they pick you up, they have the evidence to support their claims and case. There's no hope and prayer or any funny business like that. Welcome back to another episode on Combos with Counsel YouTube channel. I am counsel, a licensed criminal attorney, here to react, explain, and break down all the legal news within the community. And today, breaking news. Cesar Pena has been arrested by federal authorities and charged with 1 count of wire fraud, which carries a maximum penalty of 20 years in federal prison. He has been released on a $1 million bond. His conditions of release includes him wearing an ankle monitor. So in the criminal complaint, the authorities articulated what they discovered during the investigation. And this type of fraud is unprecedented. Let's walk through how he allegedly went about defrauding dozens of people out of millions of dollars. It was as slimy as it gets. These allegations touch on 4 different properties, and these are the 4 properties.
4 different properties. Keep in mind, they touch on 4 different properties. Here we go.
In which Cesar used in order to allegedly defraud these individuals. We're going to go through the details in which the federal authorities articulated in this criminal complaint. So property number 1 was Manchester Avenue property. So
I think why attorneys are very beneficial, because they can read law better than we ever can. They, just like a scientist can read science better than we ever can.
From about approximately April the 4th, 2019, Pena used warehouse to purchase this property located on Manchester Avenue in Paterson, New Jersey for approximately $140,000. So from July 2019 through April 2023, Pena solicited and received investments from dozens of different victims for the purported purchase, renovation, and sale of this specific property. Pena typically concealed from the victims, among other things, that he had already solicited, received money from other unwitting victims to invest in this property. So as a result, Pena collected more than $5 million from victims as supposed investment capital just for this specific property, in which he already purchased for $140,000. So as a part of this fraud, Pena entered into contracts with each of these victims, and each contract contains similar material misrepresentations. For example, one of the victims signed a contract with Pena on or about October of 2022, in which the victim company agreed to make a capital contribution of approximately $200,000 for this property to enter into a joint venture for the purchase, remodel, and sale of this Manchester property. The contract further stated that Pena would return this victim's capital contribution within 5 months, plus an interest payment of approximately $60,000, amounting to an approximately 30% return on investments in 5 months. Pena failed to disclose to the victim and other similar victims that Pena already owned this property, had mortgages and other loans on the property, and had obtained dozens of other individual investments for the same property. And around June or July of 2023, Pena sold this property for $500,000. To this date, this victim and other similar victims have received zero money back for their investments in this Manchester property. Property number 2, Park Avenue property. About November the 14th, 2018, Pena used warehouse to purchase a property located on Park Avenue in Paterson, New Jersey for approximately $225,000. From January of 2021 through March of 2023, Pena solicited, received investments from more than a dozen victims for the purchase, renovation, and sale of this specific property, Park Avenue property. Again, Pena concealed from victims, among other things, that he solicited and received money from other unwitting victims to invest in property number 2, causing Pena to receive approximately $3 million from victims in a property in which he already bought 3 years earlier for $225,000. One of the victims was amongst those victims who signed a contract with Pena concerning Park Avenue property on or about December of 2022. The contract provided that this victim's company will make a capital contribution of approximately $100,000 to enter a joint venture for the purchase, remodel, and sale of this Park Avenue property.
Yeah, y'all following? This is bananas.
Pena promised to reimburse his victims capital contribution within 5 months plus approximately.
He promised this. Yo, do you know how hard that? Yo, I mean, yo, your company that you work for aren't going to make you promises like that. When they say a bonus, when they say a raise, promotion, like you did, like they don't really like say, yo, this promise is concrete. They'd be like, it's a promise, but there's a catch. So Caesar's gonna do what your own company, what your employer wouldn't do.
Approximately $35,000 in interest, amounting to a 35% return on investment. This
That's wild, man. That's wild.
victim and other similar victims have not received any money from their investments.
In spite all those promises to all these people, nobody. Sad.
On this Park Avenue property. Property number 3.
Park Avenue property. Nobody got any money for that. Okay, so I think Smells got paid, but it was one of those robbing Peter to pay Paul type of payment. Ponzi scheme.
It's called South Boyden property. So on or about December the 9th, 2020, Pena used from start to flipping to purchase this South Boyden property located in Maplewood, New Jersey for approximately.
I'm DJ Envy and I'm flipping NJ. Like he said so fast, like, dude, what are you saying? Like, and that's when like, that's when I believe, they're up to no good. Like, dude, correct your man. Why are you so concise and clear that your boy flipping NJ? What you just say? Yeah, it's like he ain't want you to find him on social media. Hey man, it's DJ Envy and flipping NJ. Like, really? Like, they don't go back and watch the video before they upload it? It's like, yo, Cesar, man, slow down, bro. When I say, hey, man, good morning, everybody, it's DJ Envy, you supposed to say, hey, man, it's your boy, Flippin' NJ. Flippin' NJ. Like, yo, Filipino, what? Flippin' NJ.
$409,000 to purchase this South Boyden property located in Maplewood, New Jersey for approximately $409,000. From November 2020 through April 2023, Pena solicited.
Again, support this brother, this Black attorney, support Black excellence. He's an attorney. He's not a goofball. He has information. He's small in numbers. He's small in size. So, if you comment, if you have a question, he will possibly address it. He responds to me very quickly. So this is the time when you catch these guys. Don't wait until they become big like the lead attorney, or don't wait till they get big like CLR criminal attorney. Who is he? I'm the criminal attorney. Who is he? I'm the criminal attorney. We trying to stop self-snitching, however the song goes. But yeah, don't wait till they get that big. It's a wrap. Trying to ask for legal advice and tips. So catch the brother now. He's Black. He's most likely from your type of background, growing up wise. If you have some problems or always thought about something, you can ask for advice or tip. And it doesn't hurt. But the good thing is that he will respond, most likely. I ain't gonna promise like Cesar, but he will respond. So, you know what I mean? What are we doing here? A Black lawyer, Black excellence, only 3,000 subscribers. But somebody like Young Pharaoh had like 1.2 million, and the dude was straight lying.
And received investments from more than 24 victims for the purported purchase, renovation.
But that's when you know Black people ain't shit as a collective. We ain't shit, and it's easily known. Like a trailer trash white person could tell Black folks ain't shit. They can see it in who we subscribe to. A Black attorney like him, 3,000 subscribers. Young Pharaoh, 1.2 million. Like that right there shows you everything about Black society. Like we don't value education. We don't value professionals and experts. We value pseudos, man. Entertainers.
Renovation and sale of South Boyden property. Using the same modus operandi, Pena collected more than approximately $5 million from these victims as supposed investments for the South Boyden property, which he already purchased for $409,000. For example, one of the victims entered into a contract with Pena concerning this South Boyden property in or around September 2022. The contract provided that the victim company will make a...
This brother represents, look what he represents. He represents a parent, a black parent that knew how to raise a boy, a boy to a man. This could be his mother, right? Let's say he was raised in a single parent home. That is a win for single mothers when it comes to raising black boys. Okay, that's a huge W if he was raised by a single parent. So this is why these guys should be promoted. You dig? It kind of tear down some of the stereotypes and all the murmuring. And let's say if he had a nuclear family home, this supports that argument. Hey man, let's make these households work. Look, we're able to produce when a household work. You know, a nuclear family. We produce boys that to men that don't only just go to college, but they become something like a criminal lawyer, like, you know what I mean, something great in life, something to be admired, something that little, you know, 7 or 8 year olds would say that's what they want to be when they grow up, type shit. So this is a W in so many senses, but if it's not promoted, that's why I love Tyson McGrath. You know, he's representing black excellence, and that's a W for and even like Stephen A. Smith. You know, a lot of things he says controversial, something I just don't like. But most importantly, like nobody can say he's very educated and smart. Barack Obama, same thing. Like nobody could deny his background, his excellence in education. You know, top of the goddamn dean's list, top of the class, and everything he done academically. So these are W's that we need to like promote and highlight. But we find ways to tear them down, like with conspiracy theories. Shit, wow.
Capital contribution of $250,000 to enter into a joint venture for the purchase, remodel, and sale of this specific property. The contract further stated that this victim would receive back his or her capital contribution within 5 months, along with an approximately $50,000 of interest payment for...
Yeah, never do that. Never promise somebody something like that. I know it's hard to do, to not do, but I remember it was DJ Focus' brother actually. I was collecting unemployment, and my unemployment check normally comes around like a certain, I forgot what day it was. Let's just say Wednesday, and the mail guy comes, you know, let's say 2 o'clock, and late he might come 5 o'clock. We got to rush to the cash checking spot. So at this time, we were still cashing checks at a cash checking spot. All this new stuff wasn't here, just Cash App and all this shit, Zelle and Patreon and PayPal. That was non-existent. So DJ Focus' younger brother, I was like, yo, man, yeah, can you spot me 300? You know, that's pretty much my entire check. Like, you know what I mean? Something like that. Close to my entire check. So I was like, yeah, can you spot me that? Man, I got you tomorrow. Like this time, the mail comes, the check comes. And he was like, all right, cool. But he was like, man, you know, I'm really dipping in, you know, the treasury, right? The treasury of you know, they all cut hair, they put the money in to like a treasury where they, you know, calculate it and they get paid later, like that Friday. Lo and behold, I had a Cesar Pena moment. The next day, I'm in the shop talking to him. I like, yeah, all right, let me go home. The mailman should be there by now. Let me cash the check. I'll be right back with your money. I go home, no check. So I go back to the shop, like, yeah, he ain't there yet. He's probably coming late. So now I go again. It wasn't there. So I come back to the shop. Now I'm like kind of sweating, like, oh shit, man. So long story short, the check never came that day. And it didn't even come the next day. It came like Friday, and I was just so embarrassed, man. But it finally came, and I was able to give his money back. But it was just so embarrassing because I promised him that Wednesday in between like 12 to 2. Oh, I'm like, yo, I will never do that again, man. And that's like the second time it happened to me. But the second time it had nothing to do with borrowing money. I was just loaning somebody money, but like they had their whole day planned that to get the money at that specific time. And again, the check did come. The check did come that day. Unemployment check did come that day, but it just came like 2 hours later, and this person's like plans were screwed. So, but those are learning pains that you go through in life, and you just got to tell people, listen, man, my check only comes here. You did, and you got to give yourself a back door exit. Like, yo, man, but there's a possibility that they don't come, but it's definitely coming. It just ain't gonna, you know what I mean? It might be Friday. So those are disclaimers you want to give yourself. Don't do it. Don't do what Cesar Pena did. Don't do the 5 months, 2 months thing, 2 o'clock p.m. Don't do that. You set yourself up to be looking goofy and losing credibility.
20% return on investments in 5 months. Pena concealed his prior ownership of the property and other mortgages and loans of the property and the dozens of other victims who invested in the same property. Victim 2 has been repaid only a small portion of his investments, and many of the other victims who invested in the property remain unpaid. Last but not least, here goes the fourth property that they touched on. It's called the Franklin Avenue property. So on or about March 3rd, 2017, Pena used his warehouse company to purchase this Franklin Avenue property that's located in Hawthorne.
His warehouse company. Oh, shit. Ain't it like commingling? Oh, no.
New Jersey, for approximately $260,000.
Yeah, look at these cheap. Now, this is Jersey. These are, yeah. If you can buy a house for 200, yeah, let me just say this. Like a married black couple in New Jersey that's struggling, you dig, maybe make $25 an hour, both of them. Yeah, when they apply for FHA loan, and let's say their credit's like barely average, like 660, yeah, they are only getting approved for a house at the price of like 350 grand, in between 300 to 350 grand. So I just want to give you guys an idea, like something to visualize. So we're talking about a couple, a married couple, a boyfriend and girlfriend, really married couple. So they combine both incomes. They are normally going like that makes like $25 an hour, $30 an hour. They are most likely, when they apply for FHA loan, it's going to get a house for only 350 or 300,000, maybe 270. You got Cesar, who's grabbing your 200 grand, 100 grand, 1 million, and he's buying homes for 250. Like, dude, what home is that? Because the married couple, when they shop for homes at $350,000, let me tell you, man. Let me tell you. Look it up now. Well, it's worse now because of the pandemic. The housing boom is worse now. But before the pandemic, if you're trying to buy a house for $350,000, you're gonna be in a city you probably wasn't even thinking about moving to. Like, you know what I mean? Like those are the homes that are decent for 350 grand. But anywhere like where we live at now, like the Norks and all that type of stuff, yeah, all right. You ain't buying a nice home for 350 grand at all. Zero. And dig, you're gonna buy a shack. You're gonna buy a shack in those areas. New Brunswick, where Rutgers is at. You ain't buying no house for $350,000. And that's like worth something. It's gonna be crap. But if you go to like a city that's like where like nobody really lives at, it's away from like everything, train station, everything, and you might find a decent home for 350 grand. So, but Caesar's in Patterson. He's in Patterson's a big city, well known in New Jersey, and is near New York too. So, and that's where X is from, double X. So he's buying homes in Patterson. So keep in mind what I said. If you're buying homes in Newark, New Brunswick, these cities, Patterson, Camden, but 350 grand, it ain't shit because they're way more than that. Especially if you're trying to flip them and make some money in return. You ain't you ain't buying no shack and flipping that shit. You're gonna lose money. You got to put too much in it to catch up with the comps around. So Cesar Pena is trying to buy a house for 250 grand. Believe me, that ain't shit, and it's not enough to pay investors back. He'll buy a house for 250. He'll add to it and make it look good, dope kitchen, whatever, that dumb shit. But when he gets done with it and he goes to sell it, the people are gonna say, "Hey, man, good job. But the buyers, yeah, I'll buy it for 320. Meanwhile, Cedar trying to sell the shit for like 500 grand. He's trying to double his money. That's not how that shit works. Like people gonna look at what's around the comps and like, nah, bro, I don't give a fuck what you did to this. The houses going on, the houses around it is going over, it ain't going more than 300 grand, 350 grand. So, and then we're gonna negotiate less than that. That's what happened to Cedar. He's holding on to the house possibly and not willing to sell it for like, let's say he bought it for 260. He's not willing to sell it for 320 because in his mind, I'm gonna sell it for 550 grand. You know how we had those rich dreams and shit. And reality check is, nah, bro. The comps don't agree. The comps say 320, 350 grand, my boy. So basically, like it's a L for Caesar to sell it for that because once he paid one investor back, that's it. Like it's like he just sold a house for nothing. Like he bought a house and sold it just to give an investor 30 grand. Like he didn't benefit at all from it. Like that's what it's going to amount to. So anyway, how much was the house?
So on or about March 3rd, 2017, Pena used his warehouse company to purchase this Franklin Avenue property that's located in Hawthorne, New Jersey, for approximately $260,000.
Yeah, most likely that's a piece of shit. Let me see. Oh, it's an under K. All right. Let me see if I do it on fly. Okay, no, look, I just typed this shit in there and automatically look, 750, 550, 3 bedrooms. Okay. Now wait till we get down to like the to the 300, $200,000. Look at this. Okay, this is $375,000. Okay. Who the hell knows where Vernon Township is at? Never heard of it. Howell heard of this, 380 grand. That don't look too impressive. That's 380. Now this is 289, and we're getting towards Cesar. But listen, this is Toms River, New Jersey. This is 2 beds, 1 bathroom, 1,000 square feet. That's like a large apartment, a 1-bedroom apartment. A large 1-bedroom apartment is like 900 square feet. This is a little bit bigger than a 1-bedroom apartment. Okay, so 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. So these are all 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. We come down to $200,000. We get 2 beds, 1 bath. Like what family wants to live in a house with 1 bathroom? Like stop it. Okay, so but that's near the Caesar's price. I'm gonna click that. We'll look at it later. 4,000, 400,000, 2 bathrooms, 2 bathrooms, 2 bathrooms. There's no 1 bathroom homes. Okay, here we go again. See the 250. What? Look at this shack. Look at this shack. I'm from New Jersey. I never heard of All Do Bond, New Jersey. This shack, 1,000 square feet. It's the size of an apartment, man. It's the size of a large apartment, man. Okay. I'm gonna do that with that one. 1 bathroom. See, when it goes to 2 bathrooms, it goes to 300 grand. When it goes to $200,000, okay, now we got 200. We got a 2 bathroom, 3 beds. It's a little large. Where the hell is Pennsylvania, New Jersey? Like nobody's moving there. There's probably no jobs around. All right, let me see how many hours. That house looks nice. Let me see how many hours Pennsville, New Jersey is from me. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, my phone. This fucking phone, man. These phones, man. Can't stand these shits. God damn it. Fucking phone just okay. Here we go. Shit. Apps just be freezing. Okay, I'm gonna go to MapQuest. All right. So let me see how far this house is from me. And like I'm like maybe 30 minutes from New York. This where you want to live in my city. Okay. And that's like with some traffic. Without traffic, I can get there. I could get there in 15, 20 minutes. All right, let's see. Let me type his address in. Place. Yo, This place is 90 miles from me, bro. Yo, Pennsylvania is 65 miles from me. This is New Jersey. This place is 90 miles from where I live at right now. Where the hell is this near? Well, let me click it. Yo, this is an hour and 52 minutes. I'm going to screenshot this and send it to myself so you can see. This place is an hour and 52 minutes. I told you, if you actually find something like this, that cheap and nice, it's going to be somewhere you don't want to live and there's no jobs around. This is 2 hours. I'm trying to think, where the hell is 2 hours? This gotta be near Philly. Like, cause Philly like 2 hours in Atlantic City. So it's probably near either Atlantic City or Philly. They're both like 2 hours from me. Okay, so let me send it to myself so you guys can see this bullshit. Come on. All right, hold on. All right, watch this. I told you when you actually find something that's cheap, this Cesar cheap shit, you're not gonna move there. You're not gonna move 2 hours away from you. And like I said, this is probably near Atlantic City or Philly. You're basically out of New Jersey at that point. All right, hold on. I know you're far from New York. And the goal is to live close to New York, not live far from New York. Come on, fucking computer freezing too. All right. Look at this right here. Y'all got to see this. Oh my God. Look at this. This is 1 hour and 52 minutes from me. No, that's the only way you'll get something that's cheap. That's like living in a different state. Like, you're no longer in New Jersey, basically. But it says New Jersey. This is 2 hours away. So I know what I'm talking about. You're not gonna find a house that cheap close where you live at. You're gonna basically be now. What job is 2 hours away from you? Like, come on, stop. And most likely there's no jobs at all for us. What we do is probably like careers over there. All right, so let me do this. Let me go back. Okay, can I get out of there? Okay, so let me see one more house like that. So 300 grand. This is New Brunswick, and this is a shack. Okay, it's a shack, and New Brunswick got a good area, and they got a drug infest. Look at this shit. This is 300 grand. This is more than what Cesar was going to buy. He's going to buy 260 grand. I'm telling you, I know what I'm talking about. You're not going to pay 300 grand, live near me, and live in a nice house. This is a shack. Come on, load up. Yeah, look at this shit. Come on, stop. What are you going to do with this? Look at this. I know what I'm talking about, man. So anybody who knew the landscape in New Jersey would have known, like, hell, you ain't buying a fucking house for 260 grand and flip it, and all of a sudden it's worth 500, 600,000. No, no, sir. This is a shack. Let's get back. So I sourced up. So let's get back to the Swazi. Let's get back to the Swazi. I sourced up on you guys. You're not buying a house for 260 grand. That shit worth something. You're not flipping that, making no money.
So remember, he purchased an Avenue property that's located in Hawthorne, New Jersey, for approximately $260,000. So remember, he purchased it in 2017. So from July of 2020 all the way to May of 2023, he used the same modus operandi to collect approximately $4 million from these investors.
Right. Come on, bro. Believe me. Believe me. That far out, you're not going to see any black people. Zero. You're not going to see any Hispanics. You're going to see white people who have careers, who can, like, you know, like money is nothing to them. They don't need to work like in the city to make money or a government job. Like you are like probably, you know, working for oil companies, some shit out there. You're not doing jobs that black people do, living where that shit was.
One of the victims
Even Google like jobs around like Pennsylvania, New Jersey. We could be that petty. We can Google jobs that's around that area, and you'll see it's doctor's office, probably DJ Focus favorite abortion clinics.
invested $250,000 based on Pena's false promises and material omissions, which were virtually identical to the other properties. On September the 13th, 2022, one of the victims sent $500,000. This victim has been repaid only a small portion of his or her investment, and the other victims who invested in this property remain unpaid. This is as slimy as it gets. So the federal authorities did state that Pena exploited celebrity status and social media to develop a devoted following of potential victims, promising returns that were too good to be true. Pena allegedly defrauded dozens of people of millions of dollars, and they stated that our office is committed to protecting the public from these schemes and prosecuting those who lie to investors for their own personal gain. Remember what I said in my last video. If the return on your investment sounds too good to be true, it's 20, 30, 40, 50% in a couple of months, that's unheard of. That's extremely rare. I'm not saying it doesn't happen sometimes, but with the frequency in which he allegedly advertised, that's rare. The S&P annual return is approximately 10 to 11%. And so for this guy to be advertising on $500,000, 20, 30, 40, 50% in a couple of months, it's a red flag. It's crazy talk.
So basically he's saying like educated people would know that. He's saying people that do not know that, they're miseducated or undereducated. And that's the problem with Black society, man. Like we glorify stupidity. I'm a high school dropout. Brother Polite, I'm a high school dropout. Like 8th grade dropout. He brags about it. And we say, yo, he's smart. Like, yeah, I think Double X was the first person, like, well, actually with DJ Focus' father, from what I know, that said Polite ain't shit. Like at the height of Polite, where everybody was loving him. But Double X after that was probably the next one to say Polite stupid, and then Chief X debated him. But Double X was like the first one I know to call Polite stupid. Now he's stupid. Like he's not smart. So DJ Focus father was the first person, Double X, and I think Chief X later was like Polite information ain't right. So he debated him on was that protein or forgot what it was. But like they were like some of the first people to challenge Polite, saying like he's not as smart as you think he is, and he's actually not smart at all. And then people started to come at him more harder.
It's something that you shouldn't do without doing your own due diligence. So the federal prosecutors have over a 95% conviction rate. I truly think it's 99% to be honest. So when they pick you up, they have the evidence to support their claims and case. I can promise you that. There's no hope and prayer or any funny business like that. This is
Yo, what about you? He made me wake my son up. He said mega duplex abortion warehouse. Good Lord, everywhere. Right. Yeah, you're not off the grid, but you play like this. You're not off the grid, but you ain't got to worry about ever being shot by some goofy nigga. You ain't got to ever worry about a drive-by shooting or a crackhead. Like where that place is at, you ain't got to worry about no crackhead, zero. Ain't nobody smoking crack. Like Black society, ain't no gangbanger out there. You that doesn't exist. Where I Google that address, I Google the Black society. There's no sign of that shit. And you damn sure ain't gonna see no Hispanics over there either. You ain't gonna see no. Well, if you do see Hispanics, these gotta be the more sophisticated Hispanics that look like more like white looking, like Oscar de la Hoya, and they're gonna be like white people basically. But you're not catching that dark yellow Hispanic guy out there that's doing landscaping. Nah, you ain't nah. The landscapers out there are white folks.
Serious. And if he was committing these acts, accountability will be his best friend. Here soon. Well, that's it for me today. Appreciate you guys.
He's a real black attorney. He looks young, about 30 years old. Like I said, it's my second video I ever watched of him. I did reach out to him in the comments. I thanked him for like being an attorney. I thanked him to represent Black excellence, to like show us, forget about everybody else, show us that these things are possible. We could become lawyers and attorneys. We could become, we got Debunk the Funk. Like he's another guy, like 24 years old, PhD scientist, molecular biologist. Again, like he's another guy, he's biracial, but he's another guy showing us, some of us regard biracial as just black. Some of us do that. So for those who look at biracial people as just black, that one drop blood rule, for you guys, he represents Black excellence to you, and that you could become a molecular biologist, you dig? So these things are reachable. These are not far-fetched things that's reserved for just white folks and Indians, like or Chinese people. These are for Black people as well. So let's not focus on the school prison pipeline, because that didn't affect this brother at all. Let's focus, it didn't affect us either. So let's focus, let's not focus on these narratives, these distractions, because just always remember, Republicans are trying to say Democrats are racist towards Blacks to get the Black vote, and Democrats are trying to say Republicans are racist towards Black folks. So each one of them are pointing a finger at who is the real racist, and they're bringing evidence. You know, it's probably one-sided, but they're bringing stuff like evidence to show, like, hey, they passed this law. Because remember, it was not like the 94 crime bill wasn't the first crime bill. It was the 88 one from Reagan, but no Democrat ever did that. No Democrat had brought up the 88 crime bill to say, hey, don't support Republicans. They're racist. They're targeting Blacks. It was Republicans who brought up the 94 crime bill. It was Republicans. I think it was 86, not 88. I forgot. I think 86 when it first came out. I forgot. It was 86. It might be 86, but it was Republicans to first show that this crime bill was racist towards Black. So, and then Democrats rebuttal or counter was like, hey man, well, you guys popped the bill off. We just amended it where it's less racist. But the fact is the Democrats never pointed out there's a racist bill to begin with. And that's interesting. It was Republicans. So be careful, like the narratives that you're buying into, because these are political narratives to swindle Black folks from supporting a particular political party.
And if you appreciate content of this magnitude, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. So until next time, I'll see you and stay safe.
All right, let me see what else he got. Like I said, I only watched 2 videos and both was about Cesar. Okay, so this one you see the red, and this one, I don't even know about another one. Lawyer. Okay, so you got other videos I didn't watch that I'm interested in. The YNW Melly cases, I'm following that. Okay. Yeah, I'll watch these later. I hate to wing it and just start showing random stuff. I like to be informed already what I'm showing. Okay, picture perfect opening statement. Yeah, see, so there's a lot of game here, man. A lot of game. Let me put the link in the chat to subscribe to his videos, his channel. Yeah, that's his channel. Click that, support the brother. I don't care if you don't watch one video. Just like show him that we appreciate, you know, Black excellence. We appreciate Black people coming to fields like, you know, passing the bar for one. But, you know, finishing college, graduating college, and then passing the bar. I said, that's definitely a feat in itself. And we appreciate Black folks. Like, we want to reward them. We're too busy rewarding the criminal who comes home after 10 years. He gets a big pool party. But a guy like this who passed the bar comes home and people don't even value it. It's ridiculous. Or people want, you know, a handout. Hey man, you got 150 on you? Like, where's my pool party? I'm the first, like, you know what I mean? Like, a guy like him, think about this. A guy like him, if it's a small Black city that he's from, a guy like the brother, and I don't know his name, I gotta find out his name. A guy, he would tell you, oh no, I'm sorry. If you live in a small city, it's possible he's the only Black criminal lawyer there. Like, that's native to the city. Like, that's how big that is for us. You know what I mean? But we don't value that. We want to know who got 800,000 subscribers. Big. That's the channel. Support the brother. I'm not going to make this too long. I'm going to be out right now, but I will probably be back with a Hebrew debate on my favorite topic. Now, I could talk about other topics. Believe me, I can. But I did it already, and these topics only last about 30 minutes. It's like one-sided if I debate something outside the virgin birth. I tried it already. It's like a straight ass kicking. It was so boring. They concede very quick. I'm like, you know what? So I went back. Yeah, go to my video archives. You'll see that I started to debate other topics at some point. And then I went, and you'll see they 30 minutes. The Hebrew Israelite video be like 3 hours. Other topics, 30 minutes, 20 minutes, 40 minutes. Be one-sided, man. So I said, this ain't fun. So I went back to the virgin birth. So I got a couple guys lined up now, trying to catch this fade. All right. So anyway, shalom, salam, hotep, and just peace.